Hello, friends. This is Tony DeSan, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another video today. It's a Monday. It's a manic Monday. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you started your week with the right foot. It's been a hectic day for me, and I'm coming to you with the question of today of something I want to talk to you about, like I always do. I'm going to give you the question, and then I'm going to try to give you the answer later on, and maybe give you some solutions. Why are you anxious? I'm talking to you. Why are you anxious? Why are you anxious, Tony? Why are people, most of the people these days, including the kids, are anxious? Of course, you say anxious, then the magic word comes in. What's the magic word? Anxiety. The magic word is called anxiety. And we don't want to say the other one because the other one is a little sad, but it goes along with it, and so we have to say it. Anxiety and depression. Why are we anxious? Why are you anxious? Why are all these people anxious? Especially right here in the United States. I mean, most people in the United States live a pleasurable life. I mean, you have to work and everything, but most of the people have most of the things they need. And the ones that don't is usually because they fell out the wagon somewhere, right? So why are you anxious? It has to do with wanting to do more than what you can. You have to go along in life, find out what you're good at, and try to go in that direction. Okay? Even if you have to work in a job in the beginning where like I said, you don't like it at all, but at least you find out that you don't like it, and then you want to get out of it. But while you're there in that job that you don't like, you do the best you can so they don't fire you. Once you find something better to do, pays a little more, take a jump. Then go ahead and take another jump. And sooner or later, if you start working on your craft after your 8-hour, 10-hour job, if you have the energy and the desire, not many people do, but if you have the energy and the desire, you might learn something. You might learn what you actually want to do in life. Or if you already know it and you already dreamed about it, you can start working on it since you're a kid. But most people, what they do is they become complacent. Okay? And they stay in a job for years that they don't like, with people they don't like, and then come home, eat, sleep, watch a little TV, and go to work and do it all over again. And it's this pounding, and it's this pounding of just unhappiness and stress that gets you to be anxious. Anxious about what you don't have that you think you should have. And start making you do things that you don't really want to do. And you jump from one thing to another and you never get anywhere. And mainly, that's what it is. Where you don't really have to be anxious about anything, because we are giving an enormous lifespan right now. People are living to their 90s, 100s right now, 80s, at least 80s. People are living to their 80s right now. Can you imagine the youngster generation right now, the kids that are 10, 15 years old? How long are they going to live? They probably live to 150. I was just reading the other day about the Guinness World Record of this lady that I think she was from Spain. She lived 117 years and 168 days. Some people can do it, even right now. But the thing is that you see it on the interstate. When you get on the interstate and you driving, people driving like maniacs. You know, you're supposed to go 60, maybe 70 the most. People going 100, 120, and they just zigzagging through cars like crazy. Even with a little Toyota Corolla or something. You know, they know if they're going 120, they hit somebody, it's not going to be good. But they still do it. Why? Because they promised us. Or I don't know if they did or not, but along the way you thought that you was going to have this little cart like the Jetsons and you was going to get everywhere through the air and everything. That hasn't really happened, okay? That hasn't really happened. And people want to get there yesterday. People want to go from one place to another, and they want to just get there. And they become anxious about that. And so. The word anxiety these days is the magic word. It's everywhere. And everybody has it. In one way or another, everybody has anxiety. And like, you don't have to be crazy, you know, or be a mental case to be a little anxious. Because guess what? Every single body is at one point or another. And so we come back to the thing of how are we going to solve this? How are we going to solve this anxious thing? Why are you anxious? Well, simple. First of all, you're going to find out what your talents are. And you're not going to try to go against the current. If you don't have talent for something, don't beat your head with a hammer trying to be something that you can't be. First of all, find your talent. Find your strengths. And then go by what your strengths are, and you'll live a much happier life. Less anxious life, because you'll do things with a labor of love. You see? And you're not gonna have a means to an end. You're not gonna have that means to an end. You don't want it to finish. So you don't get anxious about it because you're doing it and you're enjoying it. And that way you don't become anxious about it. Because if you're there and 2 hours later you want to leave, that's definitely not for you. Whatever it is you're doing is not for you. Now, if you're there and you're there most of the day, 10 hours have passed, and you're still on the 10th hour, and you still want to keep doing what you're doing, that's the way you beat the anxiety, the magic word. That's the way you beat it. And that's the way you answer your own self. Why am I anxious? I'm anxious because what I'm doing sucks. And I don't like it. And I keep doing it every day and banging my head. That's what it is. So my advice to you is find something you love. Find something you like to do. And I bet you the anxiety is gonna go away real quick. And you're gonna be like excited about waking up every day and doing what you like. That's the word of the day. Why are you anxious? Because you're doing something that you don't like, basically. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And to think I don't know who you are, I have a whole bunch of friends all around the world. Too many places to mention. This is Tony Desan, space rocker of the planet Earth. Still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today with the question of, why are you anxious? I'll see you on my next video.